tail end of the civil rights movement. We were able to teach. Even if the bureaucracy said do something, you could go in your room, close your door, and teach. Now, everything you do just about is legislated, and it is to sabotage really what you're doing. Chicago, in terms of black teachers, has lost about 4,000 in the last 8 to 10 years. The children in black and Hispanic and poor areas are not really being serviced, but it's turned into teacher quality. And so the public, legislators, you're hearing teacher quality. What we see is sabotage. To give you an example, in the the year before that, the 2009, 2010 year, my children on the ISAT scored 92%, 92% at or above level. How were we rewarded? The next year I was given 3 more classes, but instead of the 90 minutes to teach that reading and language arts time, I was given 1 hour. The 2 of the classes had it in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, so the 2 in the afternoon are being lost with less time. But that's going to turn into a poor teacher. We were given that same year, we were rewarded with 32 new tests by one of those levels of bureaucracy. Now, I think Brizard is calling those networks, but they were called areas then. 32 new tests. I still have at home, those of you who've read Harry Potter, I've got Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans at home because I like reading to come alive. They're at home. I bought them. I bought the books. Non-readers have become readers because of that type of bringing books to life. I couldn't do any of that this year because every time you started something, one of those 32 tests were coming in. And the test had errors in them. One of the children raised their hand in the middle of the test. I didn't get to see the test until the day I gave it. It says something about the Iditarod started in the capital of Alaska, which is Anchorage. 8th grader raised his hand. Mrs. Robinson, isn't Juneau the capital? But my name and his name, they're sitting on a computer. I can be evaluated on that. He can be failed on that. And everybody else thinks our quality is dropping. The children's needs are not being met. I have children who I'm in a high poverty area, high crime area. They're losing parents. They're losing cousins. Instead of the state coming up and saying, we see this population that needs services, they're sitting up here saying, we need to evaluate these teachers. I'm very disappointed. I understand that in the House, and the representatives, only Monique Davis voted against it. And she was a teacher, so I understand, and I've met her, so I know she knows what's going on. But you're either being sold a bill of goods or you're with them. And I wouldn't choose not to think that you're with them. But I did come a couple years ago, Senator Harmon, when you and Deborah Graham held one of these town halls, and I was trying to tell then, and it's gotten worse. And here we are with this new law, and it's just taking us down. And these children, they only have this one chance, and we're losing it. And I'm very disappointed. I wish there was a way you could come up with to hear what teachers have to say. And like I said, when we come out, to take it seriously, because I don't think I should be here at this point saying that we're at a worse point, because I've reached out to state legislators, federal legislators, I've written letters to everybody on the Education Committee in 2007, in the House, in the Representatives and Senate, and I went down to Springfield. That's how much I feel. I feel like David Walker during slavery. You know, he was going around telling people, you all don't know how bad it is down there. You know, and nobody would listen. He wrote letters to the editor. Nobody would listen. You know, that's how I feel, because it seems like you all are buying what CPS is telling you. There's a corporate takeover. These charter schools are coming in, and there is an actual corporate takeover. I had to face a choice this summer, and I gave it to God. I said, I cannot go back and let them use me against these children. And so I took the step, which I had not planned for, and retired, because I refused to continue to be used, and I still want to teach. You know, but they're happy because they have a less, salary. They don't want people who have 39 years in, so they're happy. But that's what the plan is, to get rid of us, to not educate the children, and I hate to even think that that's what people think, but I'm a witness to what has happened. And I hope you can come up with something and listen to us and come up with some program to really find out what's going on. This war. It's these children's lives.